Learn English through story. A lover's path. In the quaint town of Serendipity, nestled between rolling hills and vibrant wildflower fields, lived two souls destined to cross paths. Ella was a free-spirited artist, known for her brilliant canvases that depicted the essence of nature, while Samuel was a dedicated botanist whose life revolved around nurturing plants and studying their intricate relationships. Their lives, seemingly separate, were woven together by a shared love for the beauty of the world. Ella had always believed in the power of serendipity. She would often wander through the town, her sketchbook in hand, capturing the vivid colors of the flowers and the soft whispers of the wind. Each day, she visited a small garden on the outskirts of town, where wildflowers danced beneath the golden sun. It was her sanctuary, a place where her spirit felt free. One bright morning, as she sat cross-legged on the grass, painting a scene filled with vibrant hues of purple and yellow, Samuel walked into her life. He had come to the garden to gather samples for his research, fascinated by the diverse plant life. As he bent down to examine a flower, he caught sight of Ella, her hair cascading like a waterfall around her shoulders, the sunlight glinting off her paintbrush. Intrigued by her presence, he approached her, unable to resist the urge to speak. "Your painting is beautiful," he said, his voice warm and inviting. Ella looked up, startled at first but quickly captivated by his gentle demeanor. "Thank you. I find inspiration in this garden. It feels like magic here." Samuel smiled, the connection between them igniting. "It does. I often come here to study the plants, but I've never noticed the art hidden within them until now." They spent the day exchanging stories and laughter, lost in the moment. With each passing hour, the bond between them deepened, and as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange, they knew they had found something special. As weeks turned into months, Ella and Samuel met regularly in the garden. Their meetings blossomed into a beautiful friendship, each encounter revealing layers of their personalities and dreams. Ella introduced Samuel to the world of art, sharing her passion for capturing beauty on canvas. Samuel, in turn, opened Ella's eyes to the wonders of nature, teaching her about the delicate ecosystems that thrived around them. One evening, as they strolled through the garden hand in hand, the air thick with the sweet scent of blossoms, Samuel paused. "Ella, there's something I need to tell you," he said, his heart racing. Ella looked at him, curiosity sparkling in her eyes. "What is it?" "I think I'm falling in love with you." The words hung in the air, a mix of vulnerability and hope. Ella's heart fluttered, and she felt a warmth spread through her. But before she could respond, doubt crept in. "I've never considered a relationship," she admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. "I've always focused on my art and my freedom." Samuel nodded, understanding the weight of her words. "I respect that, Ella. I don't want to rush you." "But I wanted to be honest about my feelings." They spent the rest of the evening in silence, the tension between them palpable yet comforting. Days passed, and the unspoken tension lingered in the air, filling the garden with an electric charge. Ella found herself torn between her feelings for Samuel and her fear of commitment. She had always been a wanderer at heart, hesitant to anchor herself to one person. Meanwhile, Samuel continued to nurture their friendship, patient and hopeful. As the summer sun began to fade, Ella decided to take a trip to a nearby coastal town, hoping to clear her mind and explore her feelings. She packed her bags and drove to the shore, eager for the salty breeze and the sound of crashing waves. While there, She painted the breathtaking sunsets and explored the rocky cliffs, but as she immersed herself in her surroundings, her thoughts drifted back to Samuel. One evening, as she stood on the beach, watching the sun dip below the horizon, Ella realized something profound. The freedom she craved did not have to come at the expense of love. Samuel had opened her heart, and she had let fear keep her from embracing the connection they shared. The realization filled her with a sense of clarity, and she knew she had to return to serendipity. When Ella arrived back in town, she rushed to the garden, her heart pounding with anticipation. Samuel was there, kneeling among the flowers, his hands gently tending to the plants. As he looked up and saw her, a wide smile broke across his face. "I was beginning to wonder if you'd come back," he said, standing up to greet her. "I'm sorry for being away," Ella replied, breathless. "I needed time to think." "Samuel, I've realized that I don't want to lose you. I want to explore this love together." Samuel's eyes lit up with joy. "You have no idea how happy that makes me." They embraced, the warmth of their connection igniting a fire within them. In that moment, they knew they were ready to embark on a new journey together. As their relationship blossomed, Ella and Samuel navigated the challenges of love with grace. They spent their days creating memoirs, wandering through art galleries, gardening together, and discovering the beauty of the world side by side. Samuel introduced Ella to the intricacies of plant life, and she painted the landscapes that surrounded them, capturing the essence of their shared experiences. Yet, love was not without its trials. As the seasons changed, so did their lives. Samuel received an offer to pursue advanced research at a prestigious botanical institute in another city. It was a dream opportunity, one he had worked tirelessly for, but it would mean leaving serendipity, leaving Ella behind. One evening, as they sat on a blanket in the garden, Samuel shared the news. "I've been offered a position that could further my career," he said, his voice tinged with excitement and uncertainty. Ella's heart sank. "That's amazing, Samuel, but what does it mean for us?" "I don't want to lose what we have, but I also can't pass up this opportunity. It's a chance to make a real impact in my field." His words were heavy, and Ella felt the weight of their reality settling upon her. For days, they grappled with the decision. Ella wanted Samuel to pursue his dreams, but the thought of being apart was unbearable. They spent long nights discussing their fears and hopes, realizing that love was not just about being together physically but also about supporting each other's ambitions. One rainy afternoon, as they sat in the garden, Ella reached for Samuel's hand. "What if we try to make this work?" she suggested, her voice steady. "We can explore long distance. I can visit you, and we can still share our lives." Samuel looked into her eyes, his heart swelling with gratitude. "Are you sure?" "It won't be easy. I believe in us," she replied, determination in her voice. "Love can endure distance. We can create our own path, even if it's not what we envisioned." With their hearts aligned, they decided to embrace the challenge of a long-distance relationship. They poured their love into phone calls, video chats, and handwritten letters filled with longing and affection. Ella continued to paint, capturing the essence of their love in her art, while Samuel thrived in his research, often sharing his discoveries with her. As the months passed, they faced the inevitable struggles that distance brought. There were days filled with loneliness and moments of doubt. Ella often missed Samuel's presence beside her, the comfort of his hand in hers. She channeled those feelings into her art, pouring her heart onto the canvas. Samuel, too, struggled with the absence of Ella, finding solace in the beauty of plants, reminding him of her spirit. Despite the challenges, their love remained strong. They made the most of their visits, creating cherished memories during their time together. Whether it was painting under the stars, exploring new gardens, or simply enjoying quiet moments in each other's arms, they learned to savor every second. One fateful day, as Ella was preparing for another visit, she received a call from Samuel. His voice trembled with emotion. "Ella, I need to talk to you." Something happened. Her heart raced with concern. "What's wrong?" "I've been offered a permanent position here. It's an incredible opportunity, but it means I'll have to stay." The weight of his words hung heavy in the air, filling Ella with a mix of emotions. "Samuel, that's amazing!" she exclaimed, her voice filled with excitement. "But what about us? I want you to know that I love you and want you in my life. But I can't expect you to give up your art and the life you've built in serendipity. You deserve to thrive too." Tears welled in Ella's eyes as she realized the depth of his sacrifice. "I don't want to lose you, Samuel, but I also don't want to hold you back. I want us to be together, no matter where we are." In that moment, they understood the true meaning of love. It was about choosing each other, not just physically but emotionally and spiritually. They realized that the path of love wasn't always straight, it was often filled with twists and turns, and it required compromise and understanding. Days turned into weeks as they navigated their decisions. Ella found herself painting more than ever, channeling her emotions into vibrant works of art that reflected her journey. She poured her heart into every stroke, capturing the essence of love, distance, and longing. Eventually, Samuel returned to Serendipity for a visit. They spent their time reminiscing about their favorite memories, walking through the familiar gardens that had witnessed the birth of their love. One evening, under a sky filled with stars, they sat on the garden bench, hands intertwined. "Ella, I thought about this a lot," Samuel said, his voice steady. "I don't want to live my life without you. What if I took the position but made it work to come back frequently?" Ella looked at him, hope blooming in her heart. "You mean it?" "Yes. I want to create a life together, even if it means navigating the distance. I don't want to hold you back from your dreams, but I also don't want to lose what we have." With tears of joy streaming down her face, Ella nodded. "I want that too. We can build a future together, no matter the distance." And so, they charted a new course for their lives. Ella continued to create her art in serendipity while Samuel pursued his research, visiting whenever he could. They found ways to stay connected, sharing their days and dreams despite the miles that separated them. As seasons changed, so did their love. They learned to adapt, to cherish the moments they had together and to support each other from afar. Their love deepened, transforming into something profound and beautiful. Years passed, and their lives unfolded like the petals of a flower. Ella's art gained recognition, and she held exhibitions showcasing her work, often dedicated to Samuel and their journey. Samuel thrived in his career, making significant contributions to the world of botany, but he always returned to serendipity, to the garden that held their love story. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in warm hues, Samuel returned to serendipity, his heart brimming with anticipation. He had a surprise for Ella, a proposal that he had envisioned for years. In the garden where it all began, he knelt on one knee, presenting a ring made of intertwined vines and flowers. "Ella, you are my muse, my partner, my love." Will you marry me and continue this beautiful journey together? Ella's heart soared as tears of joy filled her eyes. Yes, 1,000 times, yes. They embraced under the starlit sky, their love blossoming like the flowers around them. As they stood together, hand in hand, they knew that their path hadn't always been easy, but it had been worth every moment. They had embraced the twists and turns, the distance and challenges, and emerged stronger together. In the years that followed, Ella and Samuel built a life filled with love, laughter, and creativity. They learned that love was not just about being together but about supporting each other's dreams and passions. Together, they forged a path of love that was uniquely their own, a journey that echoed the beauty of the world around them. And so, in the town of Serendipity, under the watchful gaze of the stars, Ella and Samuel continued to paint their love story, creating a masterpiece that would inspire generations to come, a testament to the power of love, resilience, and the beauty of a lover's path. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you enjoyed, then please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.